Australia on F1 2016. This is going to be part 2. We're going to have a safety car restart. I'm going to do a little bit of a rant. Codemasters, if you're watching, that's why that way of being able to broadcast the start of the race is an absolute joke. Now, on every test session we've done, we've been able to work around most of potential problems, but on that occasion we've just had, TempFear wasn't able to get back in. I've been telling Codemasters the host can't return. They haven't believed me, so they'll be getting this video. And also, it can have a knock-on effect if they, on occasion, it can. We had backup plans in place for that. For example, my DP account, I wasn't able to rejoin the session. But we have backup plans in place for that. But my backup account also wasn't able to join the session, even though we've tested that thoroughly prior to starting the FRR leagues. But because of that situation, we now have no choice but to impose a safety car style restart for the drivers here. And this comes with a lot of risk and danger. TempFear, just a quick reminder as well, on your messages there to the drivers, can you also put reminder minimum 2 laps under safety car condition? Okay, I'm quickly going to go through a few of the safety car procedures, safety car restart procedures for the drivers and for the viewers. Okay, it basically goes like this. There'll be a qualifying session. The drivers will be able to load up their setups. If they want to use a different setup, I believe they may be allowed to do so. They're not to go out on track. They're only in the qualifying session to retire from the qualifying session. We'll then go through to the race, and the drivers will have 2 laps, to a minimum 2 laps, to get into the correct order, which 2 laps should be long enough, but may also not be. Anything that happens while they get into position, they can deal with the race directors after the event. But yeah, they're going to have 2 laps. TempFear is going to be the green light guy. Basically, when TempFear retires from the event, that'll be a signal to the drivers, okay, you'll be free to race once you reach the safety car line, and then the drivers will be allowed to go and race. Okay. Arazor, just so you know, once the drivers have pulled away at the start, we would pull off like we normally would, nice and slow, yeah? Let everybody get past, let everybody get as far away as possible, and then you will be free to retire. Because we're under safety car conditions. That's the same as what I will be doing as well. TempFear, though, it'll be your job to go around the circuit nice and slow, nowhere near the rest of the field, and once everybody is in the correct order, you will be able to retire. Temp, what I would need you to do, if you would be able to send me the screenshots of the grid order that you had, please, and information for the drivers. It's going to be a restart from qualifying positions. Basically, the start of the race that just happened there never happened, unfortunately. And if you want to moan and complain about it, Codemasters is the place to do the moaning and complaining. Okay, so basically, the start of the race effectively never happened. Okay, TempFear, how are we getting on in the old chat party there?
Just put the orders in. I'm just putting a few little messages.
Okie doke. Tony, how are you doing there?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Good.
He's just chilling.
Yeah. I tell you what, though. I mean, I said to both of you guys last week that when it comes to doing the commentary side of things, having to do a safety car restart, that's the most frustrating and most awkward part of it. And it's sod's law that it happened on our first go this evening. But this is why, I mean, this is one of the many reasons why, I mean, let's look at it this way, right? If the broadcaster didn't have to leave and come back to be able to watch the start of the race, we could have carried on. But because there's no way of doing that on the game, we've had no choice but to start. Now, some people may say, well, that's unfair on the drivers. Well, yes, it is, in many respects, but at the same time, the race isn't going to happen if we can't actually see what is going on. So there we go. Right, I'm just going to pop a blue screen up for a moment. Really, they should have checked the information that was posted on Facebook about safety cars and stuff like that. Basically, I'm fairly sure they're allowed to use whatever tyre they want, to be honest.
I'm just sending a few little messages still, just so they know.
Okay.
Extra points for choosing wet tires.
the extra points from Tony then. Extra points from Tony for choosing wet tyres, and that's why Tony's here in the commentary box.
If you do that, you'll get a driver of the day from him.
Yeah, definitely will. Okay, we're going to give the drivers a few moments just to get himself settled, just to get himself sorted. Obviously, it's very frustrating when this does take a little bit of time. It is very frustrating for everybody, drivers, commentators and viewers. But again, this is why Codemasters, really, you need to work out why the host can't rejoin, and you also need to work out how we can have somebody at the circuit whose only role is to spectate the race, because a lot of the processes we have to go through to be able to spectate the race are an absolute pain in the backside. Okay, while Temp finishes up a couple of his messages there, and I'll tell you, I'm going to go through a couple of the drivers' pre-race comments, because we did have a chat with a few of them, and Temp, you just let us know when you finish sending your messages. Question, we asked all of the drivers what tyres they'd be bringing to the circuit, and we asked all the drivers an additional question, and let's see, Conzo asked Conzo where he was aiming to qualify, and he said, well, today I won't get much time to practice as I'm at work till 7 o'clock. Pace wise, I'm feeling good. I can nearly get into the 124s in qualifying, hoping for top 4 for qualifying and the race. And he's going for a balanced set of tyres. And obviously, right, we mentioned earlier. Go on, Temp.
I should be done if everything else is in place and ready.
Okay, no problem. Right, so if you want to click ready then, and that'll let the drivers know that we will be heading over.
Should we remind the drivers that they should avoid our cars, because we can't go off the track?
Yes, you can do. If you want to pop a message in, tell them that they are going to have to be cautious around the broadcast cars. Okay, see if I can do someone else's pre-race comments. Well, let's see. I mean, Mystic Joker, he took pole position, so let's see what he had to say. We asked him if it rains, would that help or hinder you? And his pre-race comments were pretty excited for this race and ready to show what I bring to the table. I think I'm going to go with a balanced mix of tyres just to have room for strategy. Racing around Melbourne in the wet is pretty fun, and I do quite enjoy racing in the wet. I think it would play into my hands, but I'd rather it be a dry race. And to be honest, it will be a dry race now. Because the start of the race was dry, it will be set to a dry race. But we're about to go over to the circuit now then, in preparation for a safety car restart, where the drivers are not to go out to the track, onto the track during qualifying. And this is just the time for them to get their setups on their cars and get ready for the start of the race. Their instructions are to get in order as safely as possible, no heavy accelerating or braking, and try and avoid any issues. There's going to be a minimum 2 laps under safety car conditions, and it may be more. It depends on what might happen in those opening laps. Okay, I'm going to quickly go through the qualifying order then. So this is the order the drivers are going to need to get themselves into, and that is Mystic Joker in first place, Hindle in second, Rickster in third, Hybrid Nuke in fourth, From a Racing JS in fifth, Twist Royalty in sixth, From a Racing GP in seventh, Richie Davey in eighth, Millstar in ninth, Lefty Hardtail in 10th, Farthba 11th, Ant69 in 12th, RDB 13th, Mr. Everglow in 14th, Andy Russell in 15th, Dave the Harp 16th, Jason 17th, Nightwalker 18th, and Konzo 19th. I was surprised with that. Maybe Konzo did not manage to get a lap in. Okay, so yeah, time for everybody to retire from the session then, and once everybody is retired, it will take us through to the start of the race. This is also where it would be an absolutely brilliant situation if Codemasters were able to bring in the lobby host being able to pre-select a grid. That would save so much time and hassle, and we could have a proper race start with everybody in the right order, rather than what we're about to have now, which could be absolute sheer carnage. It all depends on how this goes. I mean, dealing with a safety car restart, guys, how difficult is that, getting into position?
It's quite hard, especially if you're, say, towards the midfield or towards the back. And, for example, say you got put on pole for this, but you're one of the back runners in the queue, you've got to drop all the way back without someone hitting you, and vice versa. So they just need the drivers to take their time, don't rush. They've got 2 laps minimum. They've plenty of time to sort positions out.
Yeah, it's hard when you can't communicate with each other. You just need to stay with the game plan, like which way you have to go, and trust that everyone else are doing that. Oh, I'm 5th, nice.
Yeah, well, this is obviously the situation we find ourselves in. I mean, you're in 5th and I'm in 8th, and we need to get out of the race. But also we've got Konzo, who's in 3rd place, and he needs to get all the way to the back of the grid. I've just
we are going slow,
yeah,
and hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, something I did just realise as well, what we should have done, TempFear, is turned formation lap off, but that possibly would have caught a few people out. So if the formation is on for us broadcasters, then we can do the formation lap on the pause menu. I mean, one of the things that we could have done for the benefit of the broadcast is we could have actually, for example, with the broadcast here, I could have tried joining once the formation laps are underway. But to be honest, with the way it is at the moment, I don't want to risk that. But there we go. Well, it's the most difficult situation for the drivers and the broadcast team, this, when you've got safety car restarts.
What now when I'm 5th and I press pause menu? Does something awful happen?
No, if you press pause, it'll do the formation lap for you. So you can press pause. I'm actually going to have a look at the race director, and we'll be able to see what tyres everybody has gone for. Now, this isn't the correct order of the grid, obviously, but we have got Rickster on medium tyres. He's decided to switch things up. Jason super softs, Konzo soft tyres, Dave the Harp, Arazor, he's quick, he is, that Arazor, and TempFear, they're all on super soft. Oh dear. So RDB, he's gone soft tyre. For Racing JS on super soft tyre. Nightwalker's gone medium. Richie Davies gone soft. Twist Royalty's gone medium as well. So a couple of the guys in the top 6 or 7 have gone for medium tyres. From Racing GP and Ant69, they've both gone for super softs. Farfba, Andy Russell, MX Everglow, all on soft tyres. Hindle, he's up at the front, he's gone super softs. Millstar, soft tyre. Hybrid Nuke, he's gone mediums as well. Lefty Hardtail, softs. And Mystic Joker, softs. So I tell you what, Hindle, he's going to be starting the race in 2nd place on super soft tyres, while Mystic Joker is going to be starting on pole position on the soft compound tyre. That is going to open strategy wide open. And then you've got Hybrid Nuke, I think it was, who was in the top few, and Rickster, I think he was 3rd. Yeah, he was 3rd. He's going to be starting on the medium compound tyre, and he could find himself in a very, very difficult situation. Well,
this
not
could be carnage.
This is not good.
Oh dear.
I mean, this could be carnage. I mean, Rickster's going to be under a lot of pressure. I'm not surprised that Hindle's gone with a super soft, but whether he's going to be able to compete up there or not with Mystic Joker, I don't know. You'd have to guess that he's going to have to go past him as quick as possible and get ahead. Okay, guys, we are now forming the grid up. Okay, Arazor, at the start here, we are going to have to move forward very slowly, and drivers are going to have to make their way around us. So this is where they
can
are.
I go like side of the track, but not off?
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
make sure it's very, very cautious.
Okay.
Once everybody has pulled nice and far away from us, we can retire from the session.
Oh, come on. I jump started.
Yeah, I believe some drivers may have jump started.
Well, this is obviously one of the major issues with having to do safety car style restarts. I mean, there's the potential of people getting illegal overtakes. There's the potential of people getting themselves involved in collisions. Okay, I am now going to retire from the session. There is also the possibility of safety cars, or even virtual safety cars, because I mean, if a safety car comes out at this point, then that could potentially be a major problem. Okay, I'm going to focus now on the grid order, and Arazor, if you could do exactly the same as well. So if you want to double check any of my information, I've currently got Hindle in first, but he needs to let Mystic Joker get ahead of him. Where is Mystic Joker? Oh, he's working his way up somewhere. There we go. So Mystic Joker says he's currently in third place, so got a little bit of time to let Mystic Joker get up to the front here, as he's now catching up to Rickster and Hindle. So he needs to get himself past these two guys, which he is very nearly done. Okay, so Mystic Joker is in first, Hindle should be second, and is. Rickster should be third, and is. Then we should have Hybrid Nuke. And where is Hybrid Nuke? He is in fifth place at the moment. I would say at this point it probably looks like we may have to go for a third lap. So TempFear, just be prepared for that one, as Hybrid Nuke needs to get himself past Formula Racing JS. So Hybrid Nuke is now in fourth place. Then we should have Formula Racing JS in fifth, and he is. And Twist Royalty in sixth, which he is. He's just managed to do. Then we should have Formula Racing GP in seventh. Formula Racing GP needs to move forward, so does Twist Royalty. Come on, guys, what are you playing at, Twist Royalty? You need to be ahead of Formula Racing GP, which you are, but Richie Davey needs to be further down, and it actually says that Richie Davey is being driven by an AI at the moment. Richie Davey, you need to pull out of the way, and Twist Royalty, you need to move ahead of Richie Davey here.
I think the problem we've got here, some cars have damage, some are pitted, and some are going to drive through, so they're massively out of order.
We have Mystic Joker with half of the wing broken, and Richie Davey 5-second penalty.
Okay, well, we'll deal with that once they're all in formation. At the end of the day, the drivers do not start racing until TempFear retires. Okay, GP. Well, it says he's now in sixth place, but he should be in seventh place. So where is Mystic Joker? He's in first. Hindle is in second place. In third place is Hybrid Nuke. So Rickster has dropped down. Where is Rickster?
Three are going very quickly.
Rickster is now in seventh place, so he needs to move back up. We will be going on for an additional lap. So Rickster needs to get himself back into third place. What are these guys? No offense, guys. What are you playing about at? Get yourself into position. Stay in position. So Rickster currently in fifth, and he needs to get himself back up to third place.
We've now got Mystic Joker pitting. But all from the reverse, so
Yeah, it's alright. Just do not retire yet, TempFear. So where is Mystic Joker now then?
I should have got a set of mediums on.
I've just gone to go on board with Mystic Joker and all I've got is a black screen.
And you're fine.
DP has left the session.
You're joking. Codemasters, what the hell are you playing about at with this? All because your host can't reconnect to the session, and your best advice for someone broadcasting the start of a race is for them to leave and come back. Are you having a laugh? Come on, this is an absolute joke, Codemasters.